Hey everybody, this is Matthew with Forging Your Legend, where we help people turn their toughest battles into their greatest legends. So today I want to talk to you about authenticity. This is a vital subject. I'm going to just keep it really to the point because there's only a couple things you really need to understand about this, and then I'll make a longer video eventually when I feel it. So the bottom line you need to understand is your success in transformation or healing is only going to be to the degree that you are able to be fully authentic. And so people who are inauthentic are not going to get very far in healing. You might get some symptomatic relief, you might get some temporary reprieve, but not a full-on healing, not a full-on transformation. There's always going to be a part of you stuck. Now, what's important to understand about this is that this isn't necessarily a person's fault. It's often just unconscious. It's conditioning, programming, trauma, but it's our job to be aware of that and then to start to say, okay, what do I need to do to change that? And that can come from your relationships. Maybe you've got a relationship that needs to end or needs to evolve and you're just not communicating that. Maybe it's how you're talking to yourself. Maybe it's how you're spending your time or the work you're choosing to do instead of going for something that's more authentic and aligned for you. Maybe it's something else that I'm not mentioning here. The point is just that there's a lot of different ways this can show up, and it has some really detrimental effects on you when you're not authentic. You might be in a sympathetic state, fight or flight, because your nervous system is on edge, trying to make sure you show up the right way to not piss off the wrong people or not make people dislike you. You might actually end up in a shutdown state because of that kind of thing. And so that has a whole cascade of effects downstream from that. Another thing that happens is that you're unable to get into what they call the flow state, that state where you're inspired and you get things done and things just work out and you're operating at maximum capacity. That's just not going to be available to you if you're spending a bunch of energy trying to keep a mask up or operate in a way that avoids authenticity, either consciously or not. So my best advice to you is just to start by taking a look at where you are being inauthentic. Usually your intuition will tell you at least a little bit of an idea where that might be. If you have trouble doing that and you just have no idea, that's where a good coach comes in, and I do that kind of work with people every day. But if you're able to get an intuition on where that might be, just start with a small step. You don't have to do this overnight. It doesn't have to be perfect. In fact, your nervous system is probably not going to allow you to just make a huge leap where you go from completely inauthentic to completely authentic. Probably isn't going to happen. So take one step and then let yourself integrate that, and then maybe take another. It's about starting the process, doing the best you can, and from there you will give yourself the best chance of success. So if you found this helpful, please hit like, share, follow, subscribe, whatever the case may be, and leave me a comment. I'd love to hear from you. Let me know if there's something you'd like me to discuss in a future video. And you can find out more at forgingyourlegend.com. Thanks so much, and make it an amazing day.